Chapter 61. The Fall of the Mo Clan. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Translator. Nyo I.bo Studio Editor. Nyo I.bo Studio. Leng Leng took the precious sword, waved it several times, and then a buzzing sound came from the sword. This sword was the weapon of an ace of the true energy realm. Even though it was only a high-grade magic weapon, it was nevertheless a marvelous treasure. Thank you, Brother Yi Mo. This weapon is gorgeous. Leng Leng said with joy. Leng Feng was shocked. The value of a high-grade magic weapon was equal to that of a small family's fortune, yet Yi Mo gave it to his sister without a second thought. Yi Mo patted Leng Leng's hair and said with a smile, "You have to promise that you will keep working hard." Leng Feng clasped his hands and said, "Thank you for giving my sister a high-grade magic weapon. If you need any help from the Leng family in the future, please don't hesitate to ask." "What are you talking about? It is already a blessing for me that we can train together." Yi Mo laughed. "Brother, with the high-grade magic weapon, if I reach the spirit-cultivating fourth realm, perhaps I can become one of the first 5 in the Limestone champion list. By that time, the Leng clan can truly take over the Mo clan's position," Leng Leng said. "Ha! I don't know who the Mo clan offended this time. The whole family had been slaughtered overnight," Leng Feng said. "What? The whole Mo clan was slaughtered?" Yi Mo asked in shock. "As you have just returned to Limestone City, you don't know about it. Yesterday night, a mysterious person killed every member in the Mo clan, and nobody was left alive. Even when the elder of the Mo clan, who had been training secretly, came out to help, he was still no match for that ace. My father said the ace could possibly be one of the true energy realm. The Mo clan had bad luck for angering an ace of such a realm. However, as Mo Feng was not in the Mo mansion at that time, he was probably the sole survivor," Leng Feng said. Mo Feng was only a martial artist of the spirit-cultivating realm. Even if he ran as quickly as he could not have arrived at Limestone City before Yi Mo did. A single wrong move by Mo Feng caused him to lose the whole game. Novel full. Moreover, Qi Ying was an empress, so if the emperor knew Mo Feng colluded with the barbarians to act against Qi Ying, not only the Mo clan, but the whole Limestone City would be obliterated. With this thought, a shiver ran down Yi Mo's spine. Once the emperor knew he had an affair with the empress, he would be grinded to scraps. But Qi Ying would not tell anybody about it. It was not only about Yi Mo's safety but also about the prosperity of the Qi clan. The fury of the emperor would certainly be unstoppable. "What's going on with the Mo clan now?" Yi Mo asked. "Now the Mo mansion is empty. The Qin clan, the Yi clan, and the Shao clan are thinking about how to confiscate the property of the Mo clan. The Mo clan is the 3rd largest family in Limestone City, so many people are greedily eyeing their property, especially the Book of the Pill Lord. After the fall of the Mo clan, only the Qin clan, the Yi clan, and the Shao clan were capable of taking over its property and resources. None of the other smaller clans would dare to follow. It seems like this confiscation will not be easy for anybody." After saying goodbye to Leng Feng and Leng Leng, Yi Mo headed to the hall of the Shao clan. He had to report to Shao Yuanshan that he could not obtain the Yin poison grass. When Yi Mo arrived, he saw Shao Yuanshan frowning and talking to Shao Feng. "Clan head, the Qin clan and the Yi clan are now bullying us for being weak. They agreed to equally distribute the resources and property of the Mo clan, but demanded that the Book of the Pill Lord belong to them," Shao Feng said. Shao Yuanshan slammed his fists on the table and shouted in fury, "Do they really dare to humiliate the Shao clan for having no strong disciples? Among all of the property of the Mo clan, the Book of the Pill Lord is the most precious one, which recorded how to refine pills, ranging from rank 1 to 5. With that book, a family would undoubtedly flourish over time. Clan head, please don't be angry. The allocation of property is only a minor issue, but the competition of the Limestone Champion list half a month later is very important, too. We have to take serious consideration of the competition, Xiao Feng said. Ugh. So I have to give up the Book of the Pill Lord. If others heard about this humiliation, how could I, Xiao Yuanshan, face them anymore? The Yi and Qin clans monopolizing the Book of the Pill Lord without the Xiao clan would surely damage the might and reputation of the Xiao clan. Clan head, Yi Kuang and Qin Hao are now discussing what to do with the Book of the Pill Lord, Xiao Feng said. I am going to the Mo mansion to have a look and see what they are going to do with the book. Xiao Yuanshan stood up and spotted Yi Mo standing at the entrance. A grin appeared on Xiao Yuanshan's hardened face, and he said, Yi Mo, I just heard from Xiao Feng that you have returned from the Spirit Valley. Your journey must have been rewarding since you have reached the spirit-cultivating second realm. Uncle Xiao, I found the Yin poison grass, but I was not strong enough to pick it. But please don't worry, when I become strong enough, I will immediately take it for you, Yi Mo said. Xiao Yuanshan patted on his shoulder and said with approval, I am currently unable to deal with that herb as well. The purpose of this task is to give you a challenge, so I can be confident when I entrust you my daughter. Please don't worry, Uncle Xiao. I will surely help Xiao Yu enter the first 5 of the Limestone Champion list. My wife has just returned from Tianyong City and is talking to my daughter. I have already asked the servants to prepare you a room. Take a rest in the room, and you can meet Xiao Yu soon. I am going out with Xiao Feng now, Xiao Yuanshan said. Uncle Xiao, are you going for the Book of the Pill Lord? Shall the 3 of us go together instead? Yi Mo said. That's fair. Yi Kuang treated you so horribly before, so I would like to see how he will react when he realizes you have reached the spirit-cultivating second realm. Xiao Yuanshan said. They left the Xiao mansion and went to the Mo mansion. All the plaques in the mansion had been removed, and the doors were broken. Workers of the mansion came in and out, moving box after box. Yi Mo walked behind Xiao Yuanshan and entered the Mo mansion. In the main garden, Yi Kuang was standing beside Qin Hao and both of them were grinning. Upon spotting Xiao Yuanshan, they grinned even more. Xiao Yuanshan, you came at the right time. We have just been discussing what to do with the Book of the Pill Lord. What do you need to discuss? Even though the Xiao clan is weaker than the 2 fellow families, we will not give up the book without a fight, Xiao Yuanshan waved his cuff and shouted. Xiao Yuanshan, what are you talking about? I was just discussing with Qin Hao that the current allocation was unfair to you. So how about this? Each of us will send out 3 martial artists below the age of 20, while allowing other small families to participate, so we can have a property competition together. The family who gets the most property will own the Book of the Pill Lord. What do you think about that? First of all, the property will be allocated according to strength. Secondly, those small families cannot complain about not being given any opportunities. Thirdly, it can be a little warmed-up exercise before the Limestone Champion list competition. I intend to encourage the young men of my family to join this competition, so they are able to meet adult aces, Yi Kuang said. Xiao Yuanshan, please don't tell me your clan has nobody capable of winning, and that you are afraid to fight. Qin Hao stepped up and asked with a faint smile. Looking at this collusion, Xiao Yuanshan was furious. The Xiao clan did not have a lot of disciples at the age of 20. It could be said that they had none. This competition was very disadvantageous towards the Xiao family. But since they already made the offer, it was difficult for him to turn it down. Afraid of what? You should be afraid of losing all properties of the Mo family and the Book of the Pill Lord to Uncle Xiao. Yi Mo stepped up and said. Chapter 62. Madam Xiao, you are listening at novelfull.audio. Translator. Nyo.bo Studio Editor. Nyo.bo Studio, who is this young man making such a proclamation here? Qin Hao was quite surprised by Yi Mo's words. The Qin clan and the Yi clan had 20-year-old martial artists in the spirit-cultivating 7th realm and even the 8th realm, while the Shao clan only had Shao Feng. I cannot believe the traitor of the Yi clan is staying in the Shao clan, Yi Kuang said. Yi Kuang, you did not expect that, right? Your magic seal cannot seal my energy center, and I have reached the spirit-cultivating 2nd realm. Yi Mo said while giving Yi Kuang a hostile look. Traitor. So you were the one who busted into the Yi mansion that night. Don't think you can do whatever you want after your strength recovers. In front of Yi Changsheng, you are merely a tiny ant, Yi Kuang sneered. Qin Hao laughed. Yin Kuang, how could a martial artist of the spirit-cultivating 2nd realm bust into the Yi mansion? This Yi Mo is not a simple martial artist. Now that he has reached the spirit-cultivating 2nd realm, with his magic weapon spear, he can even win against martial artists of the spirit-cultivating 4th realm. Yi Kuang said faintly, his face expressionless. He could only win against a martial artist of the spirit-cultivating 4th realm, Qin Hao said in disdain. His 2 sons have recently reached the spirit-cultivating 6th realm. Yi Mo was nothing in comparison to his 2 sons. Xiao Yuanshan, Yi Mo accepted the offer on behalf of you. What is your decision? Yi Mo could fight and gain more properties for the Shao clan. Xiao Yuanshan, you should better accept it, Qin Hao interjected. The offer is accepted then. Don't think the Shao clan will be afraid of your challenge, Xiao Yuanshan said. Good. In the next 2 days, the 3 families will send aces to separate the properties of the Mo clan into 10 portions and transport them to the enchanted cave. The cave will be the location of the competition, and I will send aces to guard the cave. 3 days later in the property competition, each of our families will send 3 martial artists of ages below 20, while other small families will send 1 martial artist each as representatives. The clan that obtains the most properties will win the Book of the Pill Lord as a prize. We will now inform the others of this news, Yi Kuang said. Then, see you all in 3 days. Xiao Yuanshan said, waved his cuff, and left with Yi Mo and Shao Feng following behind. Watching them leaving, Qin Hao smiled and said, if it had not been for Yi Mo, Xiao Yuanshan might not have accepted the challenge. The Shao clan will be ruined by Yi Mo sooner or later. Ha. In 3 days, everything in the Mo clan will belong to the Yi and Qi clans. Xiao Yuanshan, Yi Mo, and Shao Feng left the Mo mansion. Yi Mo knew what Xiao Yuanshan was thinking and comforted him. Uncle Xiao, please don't worry. I was not boasting just now. Although I am only of the spirit-cultivating 2nd realm, my real strength is far greater than that. In this competition I will surely win all the property. I need that Book of the Pill Lord for my own use as well, as I have some talents in refining pills. If I can refine true energy pills, they can help you to reach the true energy realm. By that time, the Shao clan will really become the first clan. You can refine true energy pills. In order to do so, the alchemist has to practice the fire element technique. Have you found the fire element technique? Xiao Yuanshan said in surprise. I can use the Yuanli of the fire element and refine rank 2 pills, but I don't have the method of refining rank 3 pills. Okay. Let's have a gamble this time. We may not need the property, but we have to get the Book of the Pill Lord. Within a day, the property of the Mo clan was confiscated under the collusion of the 3 big families. The value of all the training resources was equivalent to 10,000 purple gold pieces, excluding the Book of Pill Lord. 10,000 purple gold pieces could buy 5 high-grade magic weapon, but the Book of the Pill Lord was the most precious. In order to develop a clan's business, the first thing to do was to take as many resources as possible. With more resources, there would be more training resources for talents in the clan. Every grand clan in Tianwu Kingdom spent all of their resources in training their children. The second task was to train geniuses in the clan for them to enter the 3 major alliances. If any one of them became a student of the inner alliance, his status would soar, and the clan would have protection from the 3 major alliances. Madame Xiao and Xiao Yu had chatted for the whole day before they eventually came out from the room. Madame Xiao was a strong figure as well. Half of the prosperity of the Xiao clan could be attributed to Madame Xiao since she came from the Ying clan in Tianyong City. Even though the Ying clan was only a Tier 3 clan in Tianyong City, the city was a capital after all, a real city of power. Even a Tier 3 clan inside had power unmatched by the big families in Limestone City. When Madame Xiao knew of the property competition, she immediately called Xiao Yuanshan to the conference hall. From her expression, anyone could tell that she was a bit angry. Yi Mo and Xiao Feng entered the room, and Xiao Yu was sitting beside Madame Xiao. When Xiao Yu saw Yi Mo, her expression did not show much change at all. Madame Xiao shared several similarities with Xiao Yu. No wrinkles could be found on her face at all, so she was still beautiful like a young lady. However, her expression always remained cold and arrogant. Yuan Shan, why did you not discuss with me before making this decision? How could the Xiao clan find any young aces to compete with them? Other than losing the Book of the Pill Lord, we may not even get the property we deserve, Madame Xiao scolded with a cold expression. Xiao Yuanshan looked embarrassed, scratched his head, and said, "My wife, don't we still have Xiao Feng in our clan?" Xiao Feng is certainly skillful and has reached the spirit-cultivating 7th realm, but the Yi clan and the Qin clan have more than one ace of the spirit-cultivating 7th realm. They clearly intend to take all the treasures of the Mo clan. How could you become so clumsy while I was not at home these months? Madame Xiao scolded. Xiao Yuanshan said, "My wife, the Yi clan and the Qin clan were really outrageous. They bullied us for not having enough young martial artists. They set up a trap and you walked right into it. Let's see where you can find 2 more young aces to participate," Madame Xiao said. "Mother, please stop blaming father. A lot of things happened in Limestone City while you were not at home. Dad could not handle everything on his own. Now the Mo clan has fallen, and the Qi and Yi clans clearly intended to compete with us. We cannot escape from them, so we have to face them anyway," Xiao Yu said. Looking at her own precious daughter, a grin appeared on Madame Zhao's face, and she said with love and care, "Xiao Yu, I don't mean to blame your dad, but he should discuss the issue with me in the first place. I could have asked for several aces from the Ying clan to join the competition. Now there are only 2 days left. Where can we find 2 more aces? My wife, don't we already have 3 participants in this conference hall?" Xiao Yuanshan asked. Madame Xiao heard and, for the first time, laid her eyes on Yi Mo. According to the aura around Yi Mo, he was merely a martial artist of the spirit-cultivating 2nd realm, which was even weaker than her daughter. Who is this young man? How come I have never seen him before? Madame Xiao asked. Mother, he is the Yi Mo I mentioned before. Even though he has only reached the spirit-cultivating 2nd realm, he can refine pills and upgrade their ranks, Xiao Yu said. So you are Yi Mo. I heard you gave Xiao Yu the azure light sword you obtained with great effort from the auction. Madame Xiao frowned. Suddenly, a string of icy air came out. A strong icy blue Yuanli bursted out from Madame Xiao and headed right at Yi Mo, forcing him to step back. Madame Xiao's expression went cold and she said, "What are you trying to achieve by getting close to my daughter? Give me a good explanation, or you will be forbidden to leave this mansion." Chapter 63. Expelled by the Xiao clan. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Translator. Nyo I.bo Studio Editor. Nyo I.bo Studio. Yi Mo stabilized himself after withstanding the force from Madame Xiao and was quite upset by the irritating words from a member of the Xiao clan. Nobody would feel comfortable after hearing such accusations. Yi Mo had only tried to help Xiao Yu, but Madame Xiao thought he did so for greedy purposes. "Madame Xiao, what are you talking about?" Yi Mo asked with a deep voice. "Nothing at all," Madame Xiao said with a cold expression. "The value of a magic weapon is precious even in Tianyong City, but you gave it to my daughter without a second thought. If you don't have a scheme against my daughter, the only explanation is that you just want to get close to her and scheme against the Shao clan. Haha. So that's how Madame Shao views Yemo. Because I'm getting close to Shao Yu, I am a schemer and want to act against her, Yemo sneered. I have also heard you are a traitor from the Yi clan. A clan traitor is never good. Perhaps you are a spy sent by the Yi clan, Madame Shao continued. Mother, please stop. Yemo is not what you think he is, Shao Yu urgently explained, then looked at Yemo with embarrassment and remorse. Shao Yu, you are still young and don't know how evil a person can be. When I was age, I was once tricked by a man like Yemo, Madame Shao explained with patience. Madame Shao, what are you planning to do with me now? Yemo showed a bitter smile. He could have stayed in the Shao clan peacefully. After he became the champion in the Limestone Champion List competition, he would leave Limestone City and never return. Yemo, let me be honest with you. The Shao clan has already had arranged a marriage alliance with the barbarians. Once the competition is over and Shao Yu enters the 3 major alliances, she will marry Man Tai. This is the decision I've made. Even if you adore Shao Yu, you better stop thinking about it. As to everything you have done for the Shao clan, I will reward you accordingly, Madame Shao said. When Madame Shao mentioned the marriage arrangement, Shao Yu's eyes showed a glimpse of sadness. Novel full, reward. Yemo sneered. I gave high-grade magic weapons to both Yu and Leng. Do you think I care about your reward? Another high-grade magic weapon. Why does Yemo have so many high-grade magic weapon? Shao Yuanshan exclaimed. There was only one high-grade magic weapon in Limestone City, which was Shao Yu's Azure Light Sword. Now there was another high-grade magic weapon, and Yemo had given it up to Leng. Madame Shao, Yemo did give a high-grade magic weapon to the daughter of the Leng clan, so it seems to me he has no bad intention against the Shao clan. Shao Feng said with respect. I can't believe you are such a greedy youngster and want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. With her beauty and her profession as a ceiling artist, she can match those talents in Tianyong City. Besides scheming against my daughter, you also want to harm that little girl in the Leng clan. Madame Shao said. Haha. Madame Shao, no matter what you think of me, I will respect you as the mother of Shao Yu. Shao Yu is my first friend, and I will treasure her. After going to the Spirit Valley, even though I could not get the Yin poison grass, I still found another treasure. I originally intended to give it to Shao Yu before the Limestone Champion List competition. However, as the Shao clan no longer welcomes me now, I shall give it to Shao Yu here and now, Yemo said. Suddenly in a flash, a set of silver armor appeared on his hands. The silver armor glittered with shining lights, like sparkling scales. This armor is an extraordinary defense weapon. As you can see from its sparkling silver reflection, it is not an ordinary treasure. Yemo found many treasures in the Spirit Valley. He also seems to have a dimensional bracelet as well. Did he obtain a dimensional bracelet left by an ace in the Spirit Valley? Madame Shao was shocked as well when she saw the armor. Even with her vast knowledge, she did not recognize the silver armor. Yemo giving that treasure to Shao Yu was like a slap to Madame Zhao's face. Yemo walked to Shao Yu and said, it is inconvenient for me to tell you its name, but please keep it for me. The defense and grade of the armor will increase in accordance with your strength. I hope it can keep you safe while I am not around. Yemo explained as if it was nothing, but the people around him were more than shocked. How extraordinary it was that the grade of an armor would increase according to your strength. Even a spirit weapon may not be that extraordinary. How could Yemo give this armor to others without second thought? Shao Yu held her mask with both hands, mouth slightly ajar. She had never thought Yemo would give her such a precious treasure. Why are you being so kind to me? Shao Yu was touched and her eyes blurred. You were the first friend I ever had. Since you were kind to me, I will return your kindness for my entire life. Even though Madame Xiao dislikes me, we are still good friends, Yi Mo said, and then left without any hesitation. The Yi clan, the Xiao clan, Qi Ying, and every incident since then taught him a lesson. You could only get what you want through strength. Only great strength would allow you not to be looked down upon. He had no clan support, so he could only rely on himself. When Yi Mo left the conference hall, Xiao Yu attempted to chase after him, but was blocked by a large wall of icy blue Yuanli. Xiao Yu, I agreed to the proposal from the barbarians not because I was fond of vanity. The barbarians have the Cocytus silkworm that can cure the poison magic seal on you. We could not expect to get the Yin poison pills anymore, so only the Cocytus silkworm can save your life now. The barbarians will be furious if you get too close with a young man of another clan. If your poison magic seal exploded, the whole limestone city would be devastated, Madame Xiao said. Xiao Yu stopped, turned to Madame Xiao, and cried, you could have just told Yi Mo about it. Why did you hurt him like that? Do you know how much he had gone through since he was a child? Xiao Yu, reality is harsh. He may be an orphan. So what? Tianwu Kingdom is large, and there is one orphan among every 10 men. They are not scarce, so they are not worthy of your sympathy. Madame Xiao sighed. Xiao Yu, I know Yi Mo truly likes you. But the more he likes you, the crueler the reality is to him. If you did not have the poison magic seal, I might have approved of your relationship with me. Yi Mo treaded slowly, but he did not walk too far away. Ling Er heard the whole conversation between Xiao Yu and Madame Xiao, who then told Yi Mo everything. Poison magic seal. The barbarians. Yi Mo sneered. Man Tai was already dead to him. Also, as the barbarians had offended Qi Ying, according to her personality, she might issue an order of genocide on them. Chapter 64. The last quota. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Translator. Nyo.bo Studio Editor. Nyo.bo Studio. Originally, Yi Mo was able to attend the scavenger hunt that would be in 2 days using Xiao clan's quota. Not that he was interested in obtaining the resources from Mo clan, but rather, the Bill of Pill Lord. It was a very rare, comprehensive volume detailing the procedures involved in crafting all sorts of pills, and he was determined to obtain it. As he walked along the streets of Limestone City, he noticed an unusually large crowd gathered at the city square. The city square was large enough to fit 10,000 people. The ground was lined with hard slab stone. In the center of the square was a hastily built stage, and on it stood a middle-aged man making an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, in just 2 days is the scavenger hunt for the Mo clan's resources. The Qin clan, Yi clan, and Xiao clan have kindly given us 1 quota in the competition. To keep things fair, each clan is allowed to have a representative come up and take part in a duel, and the final winner shall represent all of us smaller clans. We may not be the final winner of the hunt, but we shall get as many resources as possible. Clap. 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 The crowd cheered, drowning the square with applause and shouts for joy. These small clans in Limestone City had some remarkable martial artists in their midst too, with child prodigies reaching spirit cultivating 3rd realm and adolescents reaching spirit cultivating 5th or 6th realm in the more notable Ling clan, Luo clan, and Xiong clans. Yi Mo spotted Ling Ling in the crowd, so he made his way towards her. Her eyes twinkled with delight when she saw him, and she quickly pulled him closer and said excitedly, Big brother Yi Mo, what brings you here? Xiao clan kicked me out, he said, shrugging. Ling Ling appeared to be deep in thought, as if she had a vague idea of why, but she decided not to pursue it and, instead, comforted him. If you can't stay at Xiao clan, come to the Ling clan. We are no Xiao clan, but at least we'll give you a place to stay. Although Ling Ling could be mischievous at times, she had a heart of gold. Yi Mo felt really touched by her word. So what's happening here? Asked Yi Mo. All the smaller clans in Limestone City are fighting for that one quota. Too bad we won't even be eligible, pouted Leng Leng. There are no strong adolescent martial artists in Ling Clan, asked Emo. For this competition, the age range was broader than usual, where any martial artist under 20 was eligible, so perhaps spirit-cultivating 7th realm martial artists might even show up. Those people are no match for me or my brother. I might as well take their place. I'm just here to watch the show, said Leng Leng. Emo nodded and turned his gaze back onto the stage. As for the rules, there's only one rule. No deaths. Now, who would like to start this off, said the host as his eyes traveled across the crowd. A man dressed in black with long hair and regal features leapt onto the stage, gave the host a small salute, and announced, Luo Clan, Luo Tong. Luo Tong of Luo Clan. He ranked 6th in last year's Limestone City champion list and was almost recruited into the 3 major alliance. He must be at least spirit cultivating 6th realm. Looks like Luo Tong will be representing us in the scavenger hunt. As the crowd whispered among themselves, an adolescent clad in grey leapt onto the stage. He was carrying a long sword and looked down on Luo Tong with distaste as he said, Luo Tong, I lost to you last time. It won't be that easy this time. Isn't that Xiang Clan's Xiang Wentian? Even he has reached spirit cultivating 6th realm now. Hard to say who's going to win. Xiang Wentian lost to Luo Tong in last year's championships. This is going to be good. Luo Tong and Xiang Wentian were both spirit cultivating 6th realm martial artists. The weapons they wielded were all high-grade mortal weapons, and even the martial techniques they used were quite similar, meaning that their dueling experience would be the determining factor of who the winner would be. Without a word, the two rivals began to duel. Both were using a longsword, each blow demonstrated the sharp senses of their wielders. Luo Tong specialized in water-based techniques, and each strike was gentle yet unyielding, whereas Xiang Wentian specialized in celestial-based techniques. Each of his strikes was filled with unrelenting force. Big brother Emo, who do you think will win? Asked Leng Leng, who was fondly clutching Emo's arm. I wager Xiang Wentian. Although there doesn't seem to be a clear winner right now, Xiang Wentian has a clear advantage over Luo Tong when it comes to experience. I'm sure Luo Tong will begin to slow down at round 10, said Emo plainly. Emo's abilities were on par with the spirit-cultivating 2nd realm where his mind gate could withstand 8 dragons, enhancing the nervous system. For martial artists on True Energy realm, this enhancement was called Spirit Energy. Spirit Energy's superiority lay in the fact that it could heighten one's senses to a whole new level, and Spirit Energy itself could even serve as a weapon. 8 dragons rushed towards Emo's mind gate, causing his Spirit Energy to rise dramatically, and everything around him suddenly gained a new clarity. One thing that dragon power could do but others could not were simulations. When Emo reached spirit cultivating realm, he used his dragon power to simulate the formation, breaking spear techniques despite owning the incomplete manual, so naturally he was able to simulate the rest of the duel between Luo Tong and Xiang Wentian. True to his prediction, after several moments, Luo Tong's sword slashed at Xiang Wentian's head, but Xiang Wentian darted to the side, and as he swiveled around, his sword pierced Luo Tong's shoulder. His celestial-based technique was famed for being strong as steel and each strike fast as lightning. Splash! Blood splattered everywhere and Luo Tong yelped in pain, his sword falling onto the ground with a loud clatter. His face was dark with contempt. You lost, said Xiang Wentian. Humph, I'll get you back, said Luo Tong. One hand clutching his shoulder and the other picking up his sword, with a leap, he disappeared among the crowd. Xiang Wentian was brilliant. Master Xiang, you sure have a genius here, said one of the family heads to the head of Xiang Clan unctuously. Genius? No, only those who have entered the 3 major alliance would be truly considered a genius, replied the head of Xiang Clan, the proud grin on his face betraying his true thoughts. The 3 major alliance isn't the only pathway out there. With Xiang Wentian's abilities, enlisting in the Qin clan army would also ensure a bright future. A few heads of the families chatted for a while but noticed that Xiang Wentian was alone on the stage with no other challengers appearing. Leng Leng, with his current prowess, there's no hope for him if he enters the enchanted cave. Does everyone who participates in the duel have to be a representative of a clan? Asked Yemo as he noticed that no one was volunteering. This quota at the scavenger hunt was his only chance at the Book of Pill Lord. Oh. I have an idea, said Leng Leng. I want to participate. Do you have any idea how? Asked Yemo. Upon hearing his words, Leng Leng blushed and said, yes. Chapter 65. Total Victory. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Translator. Nyo.bo Studio Editor. Nyo.bo Studio. Seeing the rosiness of Leng Leng's cheeks, Yemo immediately understood what she was planning. For competitions between clans such as this one, competitors must represent a clan, otherwise, no matter how skillful you are, you would not be allowed to participate. Leng Leng, once I win, half of the Mo clan's resources will be yours. From his dimensional bracelet, Yemo brought out a leather face mask that concealed a large portion of his face. He leapt onto the stage and declared, Leng Clan. He did not mention his name, but right after he spoke, heated whispers sounded from the congregation. Evidently, everyone was curious about this mysterious, masked figure. Who is he? I never knew Leng Clan had such a figure. Judging by his age, he must be about 15 years old. How dare a spirit-cultivating second-realm martial artist compete? Is he so naive that he believes he can take down Xiang Wentian, who's a spirit-cultivating sixth realm? He's just attention-seeking. Gazing at Yemo, Xiang Wentian brandished his sword and asked sharply, who are you? I've never seen you in Leng Clan before. He's my future husband, surely that counts as being a member of Leng Clan, shouted Leng Leng, red as a beetroot. Coincidentally, the head of Leng Clan, Leng Fubo, arrived on the scene just after she said that. He frowned deeply and barked, Leng Leng, since when did this law of mine exist? The crowd stifled a laugh as they heard Leng Fubo, who was rather infamous for his quick temper. Everyone was anticipating the drama to unfold. The crowd separated to allow Leng Fubo to pass through, and as he stood before his daughter, he glared at her with the intensity of 1,000 burning suns. Leng Leng hung her head in shame. Young lady, instead of training, you come here to bring shame to the family. Scolded Leng Fubo. Looking at the dispirited Leng Leng, an apologetic Yemo said to Leng Fubo, Uncle Leng, I'm willing to take full responsibility for this incident. I'll explain things once I win the spot in this competition. Humph. You're only on spirit cultivating second realm, said Leng Fubo scornfully. Still on the stage was Yi Shengtian, who looked really displeased. He said to Leng Fubo, is this masked man a representative of Leng Clan? If not, don't waste my time. Leng Leng clung onto Yemo's arm and said sincerely, Papa, please let him try. He can definitely beat Xiang Wentian, and he can even win some resources in the name of Leng Clan. Just you wait till we get back, hissed Leng Fubo, who then hollered back at Xiang Wentian, stop barking like a mad dog. Beat him if you can. If I can win against spirit cultivating second realm, why am I, Xiang Wentian, still standing here, he sneered. Xiang Wentian, I've heard about you before. You ranked 7th in last year's championships. But to me, that's nothing. What was that sword technique you used? Go ahead, give me your best shot. I'm worried that you won't even get a chance to fight back once I strike, taunted Yemo. Yemo Leng Leng didn't think Yemo would dare act so arrogant, to the point where the Xiang clan was fuming after hearing his words. However, before she could remind him, a voice filled with burning rage sounded from below the stage. A voice Leng Leng was very familiar with. Wentian, teach this disrespectful boy a lesson. How dare this spirit-cultivating second-realm boy utter such depravities? This voice belonged to Elder Xiang, from the Xiang clan. Boom! I will kill him. Elder Xiang's words were like a command, and almost without warning, Xiang Wentian struck. A metallic glint flashed above Yi Mo's head, and a meter-long sword sliced through the air and was headed straight for Yi Mo. The piercing sound, the sudden appearance of a sharp blade, Yi Mo inexplicably felt a stab of apprehension. The audience could all feel the fury Xiang Wentian was exuding. All the power of a spirit cultivating sixth realm was released, and this sort of power was foreshadowing an impending breakthrough to spirit cultivating seventh realm. Within just a brief moment, Xiang Wentian's strongest attack was unleashed. Lang Lang's clenched fist tightened. She did not have a good grasp of Yi Mo's powers, but she knew that Yi Mo would never do something unless he knew the odds were in his favor. This was the innate trust she had for him. Yet, standing before this attack, Yi Mo did not even bat an eye. The arrogance he displayed had shown Lang Fubo that Lang Lang picked the right person. You want to kill me? You think you can? Don't act so cocky now. As he spoke, he directed 8 dragons to his right limb. With a stomp, the ground exploded under his immense force, then a huge rush of Yuanli rippled from beneath his foot and lashed out against Xiang Wentian's sword strike. Uttered Xiang Wentian, slightly taken aback. Looks like you're not all talk. You, in the spirit cultivating second realm, and your ability to successfully intercept my strike is rather impressive. But that will be the extent of your powers. Now watch my celestial sword beam. Clang! 2 golden swords suddenly materialized above Xiang Wentian's head. Those beams looked as if they were physical swords, and they shot towards Yi Mo. Bet you can't intercept this one. Xiang Wentian's voice resonated around the entire square. Evidently, Yi Mo had really gotten on his nerves. But then again, who wouldn't be annoyed if they were taunted by a measly spirit-cultivating second-realm martial artist? I won't even need to intercept your celestial sword beam. Use your brains more in battle next time. Just as the 2 golden beams were about to hit Yi Mo's head, Yi Mo disappeared in a flash, just to appear behind Xiang Wentian. The 2 beams missed and exploded with a loud bang. Yi Mo's finger was just an inch away from Xiang Wentian's back, ready to use his bullet touch. How? How did you dodge my celestial sword beams? Gasped Xiang Wentian. A severe pain suddenly radiated from his lower back, which was in fact due to Yi Mo's bullet touch, which sent him flying off the stage. There was a shocked silence among the crowd, as not many were able to see how exactly Yi Mo had dodged the beams, except for Elder Xiang. You little rascal. First, you agitated my son so much that rage fueled his mind, then you seized the opportunity when you saw an opening. Impressive. But Qin, Yi, or Shao clan won't succumb to your dirty tricks, said Elder Xiang furiously, as he was leaving. Uncle Lang, I told you I would win. The day after tomorrow, you will be very proud of your daughter, because she found you a genius, said Yi Mo. Yi Mo's words were dripping with arrogance, but no one refuted him, for Yi Mo was indeed a genius among them, easily taking down Xiang Wentian whilst only being in spirit cultivating second realm himself. Hearing his words, Lang Lang's eyes began to water with gratitude. Yi Mo had always avoided the spotlight, yet today, he created all this commotion, all because of her. The day after tomorrow. What a smug little kid. I'm afraid you won't even get through today, a cold sneer was heard. 2 young men and a woman were slowly approaching the crowd. The young man who was leading the trio had handsome features and exuded an air of confidence and self-assuredness. The 2 behind him looked about 18 years of age. That's Qin Shaoyang. Chapter 66. One Turn Kill. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Translator. Nyo.bo Studio Editor. Nyo.bo Studio. Qin Shaoyang, what are you doing here? Asked Lang Fubo angrily. This competition was reserved for the smaller clans in Limestone City, meaning Qin Clan, Yi clan, and Xiao clan had no business meddling in this affair. Clearly, Qin Xiaoyang, along with his two friends, decided that they would participate in the competition today. How appalling for the head of a small clan to speak to our young master like this. You're Ling Fubo, aren't you? What, are you planning to never set foot in Limestone City ever again? What's wrong with young master wanting to come spectate the competition, retaliated the man who stood behind Qin Xiaoyang, with zero regard for the fact that Ling Fubo was older and more powerful than him. Ling was fuming with anger. How dare a servant from the Qin clan speak to her father like this? But as she was about to confront him, Ling Fubo stopped her. Their Ither clansmen were also silently fuming but dared not make a move. You're the appalling one, barking like a mad dog. Did your master forget to put a leash on you today? Yi Mo chimed in, his wit sharp as a tack. Before the trio could even react, the crowd burst into peals of laughter, forgetting all about their resentment for Yi Mo just a few moments before. Novel full, what did you just say? Said the girl behind Qin Xiaoyang incredulously. Insolent brat, what's there to be smug about? You only won against Xiang Wentian, remarked Qin Xiaoyang, who did not seem to be offended by Yi Mo's words. I did not come here today to squabble. Actually, I'm here to watch my subordinate, Gu Qiao, participate in the duel, he continued. What? Are the three big clans going back on their word? Although we small clans are not as strong as they are, we're not pushovers either. That one quota was given to us by the three clans. Don't tell me they plan to revoke it. Exclaimed one of the clansmen. Humph, Qin clan never goes back on their word. I represent Zhao clan as a son-in-law, sneered Gu Qiao, as he pulled the girl closer to him. The girl next to them was the daughter of Zhao clan, one of the small clans in Limestone City. Shameless wretch, cried Leng. Gu Qiao married into Zhao clan and was therefore considered a member of Zhao clan, similar to what Yi Mo did. Unsurprisingly, Qin clan wanted that extra quota for themselves. Young lady, all's fair in love and war. Didn't you also seek external aid? Who can say for sure if that's truly your fiancé or not, jeered Gu Qiao. Hearing his words, a wave of anger washed over the audience. Small clans resorted to this tactic because they would not stand a chance against the big clans otherwise, whereas Qin clan used this tactic because of greed. There goes the mad dog again. Didn't you want to win the last quota for Qin clan? Come up and fight me. You're only in spirit cultivating 7th realm. To me, that's nothing more than a speck of dust, said Yi Mo. Young man, your arrogance will be your undoing. Don't you dare compare me to Xiang Wentian, roared Gu Qiao, leaping onto the stage. Dad, will he win against Gu Qiao? That guy is in spirit cultivating 7th realm. I can't say for sure. He won against Xiang Wentian with tricks, but that Gu Qiao doesn't seem like just any average martial artist. If Qin Xiaoyang brought him here, he must be prepared to face any situation, said Ling Fubo, shaking his head. Even he wasn't sure what the outcome would be. To me, even Xiang Wentian is better than you. I only needed 2 moves to beat him, but for you, only 1 will suffice. Yi Mo prepared for battle as he awoke 35 dragons to fill his 5 gates. His whole body was trembling from the turbulent power brewing within him, emanating a masterful aura. You are in spirit cultivating 7th realm? Gu Qiao asked with surprise in his voice, stopping in his tracks. You seem surprised by just a small taste of my power. I merely used some martial techniques to increase my powers, but this will be enough to beat you. Needless to say, Yi Mo would not be revealing his biggest secret, the rising dragon pillar. Instead, he attributed the dramatic rise in power to martial techniques. However, such techniques were often extremely flawed and short-lasting, and some even carried serious repercussions. So it's just martial techniques. But to jump from spirit cultivating 2nd to 7th realm must be some sort of mortal level technique. Wait, no, it might even be a technique from the legendary mid-grade supreme level. I'm going to kill you and force the technique out of your dying breath. Gu Qiao equipped a steel fist weapon that was the shape of a wolf claw. The claw gleamed under the bright light, implying that it is a magic weapon. He lashed out at Yi Mo in a flurry of scratches. The apparition of a ferocious wolf materialized behind him, baring its fangs and leaping towards Yi Mo. You brat, I'd like to see how you take me down with one move. Whoosh! The appearance of the Yuanli wolf struck fear in the hearts of many as the air became saturated with wicked energy commonly associated with monstrous beasts. The wolf dashed towards Yi Mo, its mighty howls resonating within the area. It's the demonic wolf technique. Gu Qiao is using the demonic wolf technique, a panicked voice exclaimed. Evidently, this particular technique was very remarkable. A black glimmer flashed across Yi Mo's palm, and in his hand was his formation, breaking spear. With two hands gripping the spear firmly, Yi Mo leapt away from the demonic wolf's claw. Although he was spiraling downwards, he held the aura of a predator hunting its prey, spear in hand. Once the voyage of the dragon technique punctured the demonic wolf, it dissipated like a cloud, and Yuanli was all over the place. Yi Mo continued with his attack and positioned his spear to pierce Gu Qiao. Damn it! Gu Qiao mindlessly threw attacks at Yi Mo, who intercepted his demonic wolf technique, each and every scratch pulsing with power. Voyage of the Dragon. Yi Mo grew bolder with his attacks, and the rate at which he was striking also increased, until streams of black Yuanli began to swirl around Yi Mo, forming a dark vortex. When the attacks made by the claw hit the vortex, they all suddenly vanished. Die. Maneuvering through all of Gu Qiao's attacks, Yi Mo landed a strike right where his heart was. Bam! Gu Qiao was sent flying from the impact, blood spraying from his mouth. Yi Mo landed back on the stage and, stabbing his spear onto the ground, said, I've said before, winning against you only takes me one move. Any more sons? Laws from Qin clan. Bring them out now. Such dominance and assertion, and only one skill to take down a spirit-cultivating 7th realm martial artist. Extraordinary indeed. Leng Leng stared at Yi Mo with absolute awe on her face, slightly swooning at his powerful statement. This is the man she admired, the man she fancied, the man her father berated, but now he had proved her father wrong. Qin Xiaoyang, face dark with contempt, hissed, perhaps you have won this round, masked boy. But I promise things won't be easy for you at the enchanted cave. Don't forget to muzzle your dog next time. Chapter 67. The Mysterious Man. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Translator. Nyo.bo Studio Editor. Nyo.bo Studio. Did this representative of Leng Clan really defeat the spirit-cultivating 7th realm martial artist with one move? The crowd stared in disbelief at the man's partially concealed face. Yi Mo knew that his silence was all they needed to hear, as today's results had proved his competence. After several moments of silence, one of the clan leaders exclaimed, Leng Clan will most certainly thrive and prosper with this wonderful martial artist in their family. Initially, Leng Fubo had mixed feelings about Yi Mo, but when he saw the excitement in Leng Leng's face, his inscrutable face broke into a smile. Leng Leng had a good eye indeed. Yi Mo, how are you so powerful? Leng Leng gushed, hugging Yi Mo's arm excitedly. Don't ask how, this is my secret. Just know that we are friends, answered Yi Mo. Only friends, mumbled Leng Leng, a hint of disappointment in her voice. So all that was a lie. He only had the scavenger hunt on his mind. It sure felt nice though, thought Leng Leng. Voyage of the Dragon was beautifully executed, Yi Mo's best rendition of it yet. In the face of the power of the dragon, any martial artist in spirit-cultivating 7th realm or even spirit-cultivating 8th realm would have to take a step back. With the duel out of the way, Yi Mo had secured a spot in the scavenger hunt. The next step was to show up on the day of and head into the enchanted cave to start foraging for the Mo clan resources. In the remaining 2 days leading up to the scavenger hunt, he planned to stay at the Leng clan complex. Leng prepared a room for Yi Mo, and after chatting for a while, she left him to his own devices. Sitting cross-legged on the bed, Yi Mo pondered about the scavenger hunt. As he grew up in Yi clan, he knew of the potential that existed within there, including martial artists under 20 years old who were in spirit cultivating 9th realm. As Qin clan was the chief clan in Limestone City, naturally, there would be skillful martial artists that were in spirit cultivating 9th realm. With Yi Mo's current skills, he could possibly take down an enemy in spirit cultivating 8th realm, yet if faced with an enemy in spirit cultivating 9th realm, the chances of winning would become extremely slim. The strength of a spirit cultivating 9th realm martial artist was equivalent to 18 stones, so unless Yi Mo could awaken another 4 dragons, even if he unleashed all his dragons, it would still be insufficient. Unfortunately, his powers had only upgraded very recently. Coupled with the fact that Yuanli for the rising dragon pillar was not overly abundant, purely relying on the atmospheric Yuan Qi would take ages before more dragon power could be awoken. Wanting to power up within a short period of time is almost impossible, sighed Yi Mo as he opened his eyes. Big brother Yi Mo, once you learn the sealing arts and how to use seals proficiently in battle, defeating a spirit cultivating 9th realm martial artist will be a piece of cake. Seals. Yi Mo's face lit up. How could he forget about this treasure residing within his energy center? Linger, I nearly forgot about you after we returned from Spirit Valley. Tell me, what is this wonderful seal that you talk about? Yi Mo had only ever used one body seal, which was on the gates of his 2 legs. Although it increased his speed tremendously, the associated Yuanli cost was also incredibly large. Since he possessed dragon power, he could afford that cost, but for an average martial artist, maintaining the Yuanli would be very difficult. Linger sat on the piece of parchment and said smugly, your face tells me that you have obviously never been exposed to the sealing arts. Well, in short, sealing artists use their Yuanli to inscribe patterns onto special parchment. It may sound simple, but not many martial artists can do it, mainly because it requires excellent control of one's Yuanli as well as spirit energy. There were a grand total of 3 sealing artists in Limestone City. 1 from Qin clan, 1 from Yi clan, and Xiao Yu. Yi Mo knew nothing about the elusive sealing artist in Yi clan, except for the fact that he or she would seclude themselves, dedicating their time to research. He knew that Xiao Yu mainly worked on battle seals and was capable of crafting beast seals, subduing beasts to do her bidding and partner in battle. On the other hand, the other 2 sealing artists both specialized in utility seals and were capable of crafting seals that had a variety of special purposes, such as the seal of cloud and thunder he saw at 100 Treasure Pavilion earlier on and the seal of lightning given to him by Xiao Yu. Sealing artists can be categorized into 6 types, including attack seals, defense seals, body seals, beast seals, encapsulation seals, and illusion seals. The former 3 are easier to craft, whereas the latter 3 are relatively more difficult. You should try to craft the easier ones first. What should I do? Asked Yi Mo. Learning new knowledge filled him with a burning curiosity, especially since he knew that his performance in battle would improve with the aid of seals. He could just imagine himself bringing out a powerful seal from his dimensional bracelet. Victory would be imminent. You're still an amateur, but I'll teach you an effective seal, Blazing Seal. After 6 hours of patient coaching by Linger, Yi Mo could finally grasp the basics of crafting seals, as well as the procedure in crafting Blazing Seal. The first step to crafting Blazing Seal was to obtain a fire-based heart stone. Secondly, it was important to obtain special parchment on which the seal would be inscribed. Sealing parchment was not any plain paper, but rather, it was created from the piece of fascia between the skin and muscles of beasts. The corpse of a spirit-cultivating realm beast could yield about 3 pieces, but it largely depended on the size of the beast as well. Sealing parchment was not cheap, and if the inscription process failed, the sealing parchment could not be reused. Therefore, the costs associated with crafting seals were rather high. Surely, the 100 Treasure Pavilion sells sealing parchment. Without missing a beat, Yi Mo left the Ling Clan complex and made his way towards the 100 Treasure Pavilion. As he entered the shop, the sight of Xiao Yu with another man greeted him. The man's face was partially concealed in a mask, his violet eyes murky with hatred and murderous intent. For some strange reason, Yi Mo found this man slightly familiar, as if he had seen him before. Seeing the two standing so closely together caused great displeasure in Yi Mo, and his face instantly turned an ugly shade of green, full of envy. Even Yi Mo himself did not realize the reason behind this. Noticing Yi Mo entering, Xiao Yu walked towards him and said, smiling sweetly, "Yi Mo, how come you're here? Why can't I be here? And who's that? Why is he with you, where's he from?" said Yi Mo, his voice sharp with irritation. Sensing Yi Mo's irritation, Xiao Yu held back a smile and said, "This is Wu Qing. He is the external aide Shao clan hired for tomorrow's scavenger hunt. Yu, this guy gives me the creeps, especially since I don't know where he's from. I suggest you be wary of him, but luckily I'll be there tomorrow, so you know you'll be safe with me around," said Yi Mo. "Miss Xiao Yu, is this the Yi Mo you mentioned to me earlier? How arrogant, how could he suspect me? Today, you will see the true extent of my powers," said the masked man. A cloud of purple, toxic gas formed between his palms, taking the shape of a giant hand, hurtling towards Yi Mo's head. Chapter 68. Thundering Python Bell. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Translator. Nyo.bo Studio Editor. Nyo.bo Studio. A mass of toxic purple fumes in the shape of a giant hand swept at Yi Mo, causing him to feel an overbearing, suffocating force. He had not felt anything this threatening, not since the awakening of his powers. This was the prowess of a martial artist who specialized in purple poison techniques, surpassing most spirit-cultivating ninth realm martial artists. Yi Mo did not expect this mysterious man to just challenge him on the spot. In fact, he could almost smell the bitter scent of hostility emanating from the man. However, Yi Mo could not deny the fact that this man would indeed be helpful to Shao clan in the scavenger hunt. BVEC Yi Mo displayed no fear when facing the giant gas palm, as the 36 dragons circling his energy center collectively gave a mighty roar, traveling to the 5 gates at the speed of light. Yi Mo's presence immediately expanded, black Yuanli coalescing around him. He thrusted out a powerful punch, and a wave of destructive Yuanli appeared and surged towards the giant purple palm. "This is nothing." The fumes dissipated under Yi Mo's counterattack, but the masked man only smirked, and with a twist of his hand, the gas reassembled into the shape of an enormous bell. The bell swept towards Yi Mo, the pythons on its surface hissing and puffing poison gas. Thundering Python Bell. Xiao Yu's face paled as she realized what the bell was. She hastily cried, "Wu Qing, don't hurt him, he's my friend." The other customers in 100 Treasure Pavilion began to gather at the scene, but no one intervened as Thundering Python Bell was a martial technique of at least spiritual level. His powers won't injure me. In fact, I'd love to see what the Thundering Python Bell is capable of. Staring at the bell, Yi Mo stood his ground. With a flick of his wrist, he positioned his fingers for bullet touch, readying himself to intercept the Thundering Python Bell. "Bring out your weapon. That won't be enough to break my Thundering Python Bell." Dong! The bell began to spin in mid-air, the pythons carved on its surface spinning in a frenzy, causing the air around it to vibrate. The Yuanli daggers released from Yi Mo's bullet touch hit the bell but did nothing. "Crush him." The masked man gestured with both hands, and without skipping a beat, the bell tripled in size to almost 30 feet in height and sailed down towards Yi Mo. It was almost as if the Thundering Python Bell was going to suck everything in. It spun and spun towards Yi Mo, the cacophony of harsh ringing reverberated around the room, shaking everyone to their core. Due to this technique being based upon toxic fume style, not only could it trap enemies, the sound it made and the toxicity it possessed could all immobilize the enemy. It was an extremely powerful technique, bordering on surpassing spiritual level. Yi-Mo was sucked into the bell, and with a loud clang, the very foundations of the 100 Treasure Pavilion shuddered from the bell falling on top of Yi-Mo. Yi-Mo, you disappoint me. My thundering python bell can imprison you for several days and nights, and even after you escape, you'll be suffering from the effects of the poison, said the masked man disdainfully. One strike from the thundering python bell was sufficient in crushing Yi-Mo. But before he could say anything else, Yi-Mo's voice sounded from underneath the bell, loud and clear, "You can have your bell back, I'm sending you to hell." The bell exploded, and Yi-Mo emerged from the shattered remains like a black dragon, formation, breaking spear in hand, aiming for the masked man. Not expecting his attack to be intercepted, he stood still in surprise for a short moment, and in that short moment, his hands were hit by Yi-Mo's spear. He took a few steps back. However, his hands appeared to be unharmed, as if they were coated in metal. Yi-Mo's powers far exceeded the masked man's expectations, so much that this slip-up was merely an accident. "You broke my thundering python bell," exclaimed the masked man. "You thought that you could win against me with your trivial attacks. I detect something sinister about this poison technique you use. I'm warning you, leave Yu's side," said Yi-Mo. "Yi-Mo. How did you suddenly become so strong?" Xiao Yu did not pay attention to the masked man, but rather, stared at Yi-Mo with a mixture of astonishment and disbelief. Her mother introduced this masked man to Shao clan, and after several rounds of fighting between him and Xiao Feng, she fully realized how powerful the masked man was. "Yu, I encountered something akin to a miracle in Spirit Valley, which strengthened my gates and veins. My skills have far exceeded anyone else who is on the same level as I." So what if there was a miracle in Spirit Valley? True, you intercepted my thundering python bell. But that wasn't even the full extent of my powers, arrogant fool. Coincidentally, that wasn't the full extent of my powers either. If you want to continue, please go on ahead. Yi-Mo chuckled, fearless, stabbing his spear on the ground. A flash of bloodthirst flitted across the masked man's face, the cloud of purple gas in his palm beginning to thicken. Once he noticed the presence behind him, he quickly retracted the cloud back into his hand. "Excuse me, sirs, this is the 100 Treasure Pavilion. If you're going to start a brawl, please do so outside. Don't blame me if I have to step it." A hoarse voice sounded, and an old man slowly walked towards them. This was the martial artist who was half-stepped towards True Energy Realm at the auction. "Consider this your lucky day. You won't be this lucky at the scavenger hunt tomorrow." The masked man spat and left the shop without even waiting for Xiao Yu. Seeing the masked man leave, Xiao Yu let out a sigh of relief. "Yi-Mo, are you alright?" she asked worriedly. "I'm fine. That guy can't hurt me." "Actually, why was he with you?" asked Yi-Mo expectantly. "Yi-Mo, he is the skillful martial artist Mother hired for tomorrow's scavenger hunt. He's in spirit cultivating 9th realm, and I don't think that was even the full extent of his powers we saw just now," said Xiao Yu anxiously, thinking about the masked man's words. "Spirit cultivating 9th realm. That's nothing. But I really think you should be wary of him," said Yi-Mo. He continued, "Did you come here to buy something?" "Oh yes, I'm looking to purchase some parchment for my seals. I want to refine my beast seals, since I'll be able to control spirit cultivating 7th realm beasts if I succeed. I will try to obtain as many resources as I can for Shao clan tomorrow," said Xiao Yu. "Yu, I'm also qualified for tomorrow's scavenger hunt, and I will make sure Yi clan and Qin clan return empty-handed. By the way, I'm also here for parchment. Let's go take a look at them together," said Yi-Mo. Xiao Yu nodded, blushing furiously. Walking together, the two looked like a loving couple. "Yi-Mo, why would you need to buy parchment? Are you a sealing artist? Yes, I'm actually investigating on ways to craft seals. You'll see the fruits of my labor tomorrow. Chapter 69. Blazing Seal. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Translator. Nyo.bo Studio Editor. Nyo.bo Studio. Yemo and Xiao Yu both purchased about 10 pieces of parchment. Although they were reluctant to say goodbye, they both had to prepare for tomorrow's scavenger hunt. Big brother Yemo, that masked man is so strange. I'm scared he will hurt your girlfriend, said Linger, patting her robes, which was made out of seals. You've got the wrong idea, she's just a friend, stammered Yemo. You idiot. Just admit that you like her. I saw the turmoil in your sea of chi when she was with that masked man. Linger giggled. That's a sign I'm about to reach a breakthrough, Yemo deflected, and then added as an afterthought, that masked man seems really familiar, but I just can't put my finger on it. If it is true that his skills have reached spirit cultivating 9th realm, then your only hope of winning against him is to use seals. Yemo closed all the windows and doors when he returned to his room, preparing to craft seals. Retrieving a piece of translucent parchment from his dimensional bracelet, he placed it on the center of his desk, alongside with a heart. Stone. Noel plenty of Yuanli could be stored within heart. Stones. To create a seal, Yemo would have to use his finger as a pen and the Yuanli within the heart. Stone as ink and inscribe the corresponding pattern in the shortest amount of time possible. Although the process was easy in theory, in reality, it was rather difficult because controlling the flow of Yuanli was already a very intricate process. Doing so on a piece of parchment only made it more difficult. However, Yemo harbored the power of dragons. In addition, his spirit energy was higher than an average martial artist. More importantly, he could utilize the rare wood-based Yuanli with 5. Elements cultivation, making the manipulation of Yuanli much easier for him. Yemo crushed the heart. Stone with his right hand, causing rich red Yuanli to seep out of the stone. Jabbing at the lump of Yuanli, he felt a slight tingling sensation at the tip of his finger, probably due to the fact that this beast was a fire-type beast, so its Yuanli was also fire-based. Meticulously controlling the Yuanli in his hand, he lightly tugged on it, pulling out a red tendril about 3 feet long. Conjuring up the image from memory, he brought the tendril closer and was about to inscribe the patterns onto the parchment when the tendril suddenly broke into a few sections. The key to inscribing seals was to do so with one stroke. The smoother the lines, the better the final product. Looking at the dispersing Yuanli, he did not falter and made another attempt. After all, it was his first time creating seals. If I use too much force, the Yuanli thread will break easily. But with too little force, the thread will disperse easily. Sealing arts are difficult to grasp indeed, thought Yemo. Without losing his composure, he pulled out another red thread that was about 3 feet long. This time, Yemo gathered his spirit energy, as well as the wonderful wood-type Yuanli, carefully managing the pressure and force. This time, it was just right. A single tendril of red Yuanli followed his finger, forming a graceful arc in the air. Yemo quickly directed the thread to the parchment. Extracting a thread of Yuanli was merely the first step. The second step was to inscribe the pattern onto the parchment. The second step was actually the most difficult step, as the pattern would only form properly if it was written within a very short amount of time, not to mention that the Yuanli thread must remain unbroken. He had no trouble with controlling the Yuanli this time. Linger even nodded in approval. Extracting Yuanli threads was the most basic ability required of a sealing artist. With this seal, he proceeded straight to the parchment after pulling out the Yuanli. I've done it. Yemo thought. Seeing how close he was to completion, his heart leapt in excitement, and his hand gave in to the slightest tremble. The parchment was ruined. You idiot. Don't get overly excited. He tried again this time, extracting a thread of Yuanli from the fiery red stone and directing it to the parchment. Yemo's form was very elegant, the way his finger danced across the parchment looked like it was a stream of clear water running across the pebbles in a river. Yemo practiced the inscription relentlessly, small beads of sweat forming on his forehead. Even when he felt that he was about to succeed, he did not relax or get overly excited, his movement was steady from start to finish. "Surely this will work," said Yemo excitedly, staring at his handiwork. "This is passable, but the workmanship is really poor. This seal is not even as powerful as your twin dragons playing with a pearl attack. Go practice some more until I tell you to stop." Linger said, shaking her head. Just one look and she could tell at the blazing seal was not powerful enough. "Well, shouldn't I at least test it out?" Ignoring Linger's remark, Yemo was bubbling with excitement, wanting to try it out, seeing as this was the first seal he had ever made. Opening the window, he jumped straight out. Just as he was about to look for a spacious area for unleashing the seal, a crisp voice sounded, "Yemo, stop right there. Where are you headed and why are you sneaking about?" "Leng Leng, is there a large, spacious area around here?" asked Yemo. "Did you want to practice?" "There's plenty of space up in the hills behind the Leng mansion," said Leng Leng. "Then off to the hills." Leng Leng led Yemo to the hills, which were mostly littered with rocks. It was a good area as there was a decent level of Yuan Qi compared to other locations. Some Leng disciples were training their energy flow, sitting cross-legged on the ground. But when Leng Leng and Yemo arrived, their attention all diverted towards him, because word spread that Yemo defeated a spirit-cultivating 7th realm martial artist at the city square. "Yemo, what martial technique are you going to use? Is it powerful? Can you teach me?" Leng Leng asked. "Just watch. You're in for a treat." Yemo quickly leapt onto a large boulder and whipped out a seal. On it were intricate patterns and blazing flames dancing on the surface. Holding the seal, he channeled bouts of dragon power onto it, and once it reached the 10th dragon, the seal began to tremble, causing the entire piece of parchment to ignite. "Yemo, throw the seal at the mountain over there, it's already commencing its attack." Keeping his cool, Yemo threw the seal at the mountain. Boom! When the seal was in the air, it enlarged to several hundred times its previous size. Giant tongues of fire emerged from the seal, resembling a fire dragon, soaring down towards the giant mountain. The blistering heat it gave off threatened to incinerate everything in sight. Boom! With a thundering clap, intense bright light from the flames blinded everyone momentarily. Once the light faded, it revealed a large portion of the mountain blasted off, and the top still burning with smoke. The Leng disciples shivered and thought, how is this humanly possible? Yemo, is this the power of a seal? That's amazing! Leng Leng exclaimed. Yes, it's not bad. But this attack is only at spirit cultivating 7th realm. It's not strong enough, said Yemo. Chapter 70. Enchanted Cave. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Translator. Nyo.bo Studio Editor. Nyo.bo Studio. Time flew by as Yemo practiced his seal techniques. The Mo clan's resource competition had officially begun as well. The Enchanted Cave was an extremely deep cave with endless tunnels, one of which hid a forest. This place was an ideal location for the Limestone City Champion List. The Limestone Champion List competition was organized in the Enchanted Cave. Now that the Mo clan resource competition was arranged to be set up here as well, it was definitely going to be more intense than the Limestone Champion List competition, with stronger fighters participating. The competition had yet to begin, but a crowd had already formed with people from all over. The previously empty mountain was now filled with loud and intense chatter. Yemo, with Leng Fubo and company, arrived here as well, as did Leng Leng and Leng Feng. Some clan members and clan leaders also followed. Yemo was representing all the small family clans of the Limestone City, so of course they were going to be in attendance to support him. This is the Enchanted Cave. Yi Mo looked at the giant cave with some trepidation. Compared to the Aura cave, this cave had a hole 10 times bigger, akin to a mouth of a giant beast. Along the cave's opening were plenty of soldiers acting as security. They were soldiers from the Limestone City in charge of defending the cave. Yi Mo, while you may be able to defeat fighters in the spirit-cultivating 7th realm, the participants from the Qin, Yi, and Shao clans are not as weak. I heard that there are some fighters in the spirit-cultivating 9th realm, so you have to be careful, said Ling Fubo. The clan leaders from the other families who stood behind him started to give Yi Mo reminders and advice as well. By participating in this battle, Yi Mo was representing all of them. Yi Mo nodded, adjusting his mask. Following that, with a wave of wind heard behind them, beams of shadow dropped down from the other side. In came 5 people, including the leader, Qin Hao, with Qin Xiaoyang and Qin Tianmu, both fighters in the spirit-cultivating 6th realm, standing behind him. There were 2 more slightly older men each displaying strong auras. Based on the flow of their auras, they were in the spirit-cultivating 8th realm. Ling Fubo, I heard that the Leng clan got itself a good son-in-law capable of defeating a spirit-cultivating 7th realm fighter with a single move. However, this level of strength will not be enough in a resource competition. Qin Hao laughed wildly, his laughter filled with a sinister and arrogant tone. As the ruler of the Limestone City, it was no surprise that he looked down on the small family clans. Ruler Qin, you worry too much. We shall see after the competition. Ling Fubo replied gently. Qin Hao did not speak further upon hearing this. This time, he was going to send 2 spirit-cultivating 8th realm fighters and his youngest son, Qin Xiaoyang. The 2 spirit-cultivating 8th realm fighters would be enough to do a clean sweep of the competition. Another group of shadows gradually appeared after the arrival of the Qin clan. It was the Yi clan. Yi Kuang, bringing Yi Changsheng and 2 other youngsters, walked towards them slowly. As he saw Qin Hao, Yi Kuang raised and put his hands together as a show of respect. Ruler Qin, I can't believe Qin Tianhong and Qin Ming have all reached the spirit-cultivating 8th realm. It will only be a matter of time before the Qin family moves out of Limestone City. You are too kind, brother Yi Kuang. Your clan's Yi Changsheng managed to advance to the spirit-cultivating 7th realm, that is an even scarier development, replied Qin Hao. Yi Changsheng overtook Qin Xiaoyang and Qin Tianmu with a single move to become the champion of the Limestone City. The speed at which he had reached the spirit-cultivating 7th realm was extremely scary, to the extent that even Yi Mo was surprised. Yi Changsheng jumped from the 5th realm to the 7th realm in the span of 20-odd days. Looks like my Shao clan has arrived the latest. Shao Yuanshan's silhouette could be seen as the 5 members of the Shao clan arrived as well. Participants in the competition were Shao Yu, Shao Feng and the masked man who fought with Yi Mo at the 100 Treasure Pavilion. Shao Yu was clad in the sky blood armor, looking like a cold-hearted war goddess. Brother Shao, you look full of ambition, said Yi Kuang, his gaze sweeping across the 3 people behind Shao Yuanshan and Madame Shao. He asked, Brother Shao, where did Yi Mo go? Don't tell me he is forfeiting the battle. Those were pretty wild words that he said that day. My Shao clan has 3 participants. Why the need for Yi Mo? Madame Shao replied. Since all the participants have arrived, as the ruler of the Limestone City, I shall read the rules of the competition. All of Mo clan's property has already been separated into 10 portions, all hidden in the forest of the enchanted cave. The exact location of each of them will be up to you to find. The fighter who manages to grab the greatest amount of resources will win the Book of the Pill Lord from the Mo clan, said Qin Hao. With both his arms raised, an energy flag appeared in the air suddenly. Whoosh! The Qin clan's armored soldiers surrounded the enchanted cave. The 10 participants enter the area surrounded by the soldiers. The others retreat and await the results of the competition. The family clan leaders gave some advice to the participants before leaving the area. The 10 participants had fire in their eyes as they looked towards the giant enchanted cave. The fight begins. As Qin Hao shouted out the command, a scurrying noise was heard and in an instant, multiple shadows dashed towards the enchanted cave opening, with some sprinting, some jumping. The most surprising participant was Xiao Yu, who immediately summoned a griffin. Xiao Yu stepped on the back of the griffin, flying towards the cave like a war goddess. It was only a brief moment before all 10 participants disappeared into the cave. Inside the enchanted cave was a giant tunnel. The 10 participants charged towards it without hesitation. Yi Mo looked around at his surroundings, his speed the same as the flying Xiao Yu. Entering the enchanted cave, he knew there would be unknown dangers. Furthermore, he felt extremely wary towards the masked man. All of them had to leave the cave through this opening after getting the resources. Protecting Xiao Yu was the priority. The 6 participants from the Yi clan and Qin clan all advanced towards the tunnel with increased speed, turning into 6 black shadows venturing into the abyss. The masked man moved at the same speed as Yi Mo, giving Yi Mo a glance. His speed suddenly exploded as he dashed towards the deeper parts of the cave, leaving Yi Mo, Xiaofan, Ji, and Xiao Yu behind. Yu, it's me. Yi Mo said. Yi Mo. Is that really you? Steering the griffin to fly lower, Xiao Yu's face had a hint of surprised delight. You are Yi Mo. Xiao Feng was surprised as well. Correct. The 2 of you, do not go further. Wait for me here, there is definitely a big battle ahead, Yi Mo said as his giant dragon power started to explode as well. Yi Mo's speed reached its maximum in an instant, his legs becoming a gust of wild wind. Yi Mo's shadow disappeared immediately as well. How is Yi Mo so fast? Even I cannot reach this level of speed. Xiao Feng looked at Yi Mo, who had disappeared into the tunnel. He was filled with shock. Wasn't Yi Mo's strength in the spirit-cultivating second realm? How was he able to move so fast? Because he is Yi Mo. Xiao Yu smiled, looking at Yi Mo's vanishing shadow. However, the 2 of them did not stop in their tracks, venturing into the abyss as well. They were not fighters who were scared of losing their lives.